What's up? Alright, today we're gonna talk about if you should get a G35 or a G37 in 2024. Now, here are my opinions for that, because you know, I've had multiple Infinitis. You know, when I was 18, I started with the DE version of the G35X sedan, and I'll pop up some photos of that and shit and show you guys what I had and what it looked like. You know, it was nice when I first bought it, but it was high mileages and shit like that. But anyways, I'm gonna get to the point on whether you should buy a G37 or a G35, you know, and like compare them and show you guys what really the differences are. Okay, so today we are in my 2013 Infiniti G37. Now this is the X and it's the Sport. So basically it's the Sport package of an all-wheel drive G37. And it's the last year you could get this. I got the 2013. This is the last year they made the G37. Now, recently, I did buy another G35. I got a 2007 G35 with the HR engine in it. Now, that G35 has, you know, around 306 horsepower and let's say 270 torque, you know. My G37 has 330 horsepower and around maybe 280 or 290 torque to the wheels. You know, there's a little bit of a difference right there. Now, some people are gonna compare that and be like, okay, well, does the G35, since it has a 3.5 liter engine, does the G35 do better on gas? Now, I just did all this research for myself, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, does it do better on gas? Because it's a littler engine. You'll be surprised if you do your own research that it doesn't. So like, all this whole time while I was driving the G35, I'm thinking, oh yeah, this gotta be better on gas. You know, I gotta be saving money on gas. You know, I'm thinking about it like that. But then when I did my research on it, I'm like, damn, the G35 takes the same type of premium gas as the G37. The G35 has the same fuel tank capacity as the G37, which is a 20-gallon fuel tank. And then the G35 gets less MPG. Like, the G37 could get, my miles per gallon could get up to 27 on the highway with this G37. And the MPG with the G35 could get up to maybe like 24 or not even that. So my whole point of making this video is basically, should you buy a G35? You got to get the HR engine, because the HR engine is just so much better than the shitty fucking DE. I had the DE. That was the first one I had. I had a 2004 Infiniti G35 with the DE engine, and yeah, it was smooth, it was nice. You know, it handles good in the snow and has good traction and handling, but it's just slow as fuck. It's super fucking slow. That's the only thing wrong with it. Now, when it comes to the HR engine, it just feels quick. You know, it feels responsive. It feels like it's like the power is there. You know, it's nice to have. And so I wouldn't recommend the DE engine. I know you can get them for way cheaper. You get the DE engines for like 3,000 or some shit like that. I paid 2,000 for mine back when I was 18 years old, and it lasted me for a while until I blew the fucking engine, because I didn't know how to take care of the car back then when I was young. I brought it up to 230,000 miles, and then I was hitting 140 on the highway up to St. Cloud, which is like an hour drive from Minneapolis, and I blew the fucking engine. Had a rod knock, slowly had to slow down on the throttle. Like, I had the throttle pressed all the way to the all the way to the motherfucking floor, but the car just slowly desailed on its own. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, damn, I blew the engine. Pulled over on the side, took some photos of me on the motherfucking hood, standing there and shit on the side of the highway. I like said, fuck it. I basically just floored it again and just sent the engine through, because I knew it was gone. But yeah, I'd say you can find HR engines with G35s, with the HRs. You can find those for around maybe $5,000. Now, a nice clean G37 is kind of what you want to look for, because you know they've been maintained and they will last. So if you're gonna compare price points, you can find a G37 for around $6,000, but the quality of that G37 is gonna be unknown. You're not gonna know what that G37 been through, to be honest with you. Now, you can find a clean version of a G35 HR for around $5,000, and you wouldn't really have to worry about the reliability at all. You'll know that this car is gonna run, it's gonna last, it's gonna be reliable. So it's really a $5,000 difference between if you want basically the same the same car. Fuck, how the fuck do I word this? So I'm in my G37 right now, and just the difference that I get while I'm sitting in this car compared to my G35, you definitely notice that, and there definitely is a big difference from the G35 to the G37. In my eyes, I feel like it's worth it to try to find a reasonable price G37 over the G35, like all day long, because the engine in this just has so much more power. You actually get a backup camera in the G37, you know, and it just rides. It's just nicer. It just feels nicer to be in the G37, to be honest with you. I got this G37 for about $10,000. I got it for $10,400 cash. I went to a dealership, paid cash for this shit. Said, give me my car. And I left, and I made a video, and I posted it. Oh, there's a little Subaru coming up. I want to see if he wants some smoke. Hold on. It's a little WRX. See, this is the fun thing about the G37s. We're faster than the WRXs, and we're faster than the STIs. And we're more luxury, you know? We got more luxury to us. Like, only thing I don't like about the Infiniti brand is that we have no fucking manuals at all. No manual cars. If Infiniti made a fucking all-wheel drive manual G37, it would be the best fucking car they ever fucking made. But they didn't want to do that. I don't know why they didn't want to do that. It's fucking stupid. That's the only thing that Infiniti lacks on. Is a G with a manual and all-wheel drive. Yeah, we got the coupe, the G37 coupe. That's nice. It's super nice to have, but it's just, you need that all-wheel drive with you. You know, it's not the same. You can't, with the coupe, with the real drive coupe, you can't drive that in the winter. It's basically like a fucking muscle car. You can only drive it in perfect conditions, like a Hellcat. You know, it's just, I don't know. I want a manual all-wheel drive. So whenever I get rich one day, when I get some money, I'm gonna find someone to be able to customize and make a manual G37 all-wheel drive for me. This little fucking automatic shifter and these fucking paddles is gonna be gone, nigga. I want a fucking manual. That's what my first ever car I had was a 2004 Honda Civic with a manual with it. It was a manual transmission, and my dad and my mom was like, are you sure you want to get a manual? You don't know how to drive it, I said, yes, I want a manual car. I'm getting this car, and I learned how to drive manual the same fucking day. You know, it's just, it's not that hard, and it's just so much fun because I have ADHD, so I always like to be stimulated, you know? Like, I want to be able to actually feel the car and shift into the gears that I want to shift into. You know, it's just a lot more fun to drive when you have a manual car. Like automatic, it's cool. Yeah, you can throw it in sport mode and do this, downshift, and then take off, and that. And yeah, this shit gets up. This shit's quick, but it's not the same as a manual transmission car, a nice one. I had a 1994 Mustang 5.0 engine with the 5.0. That was the funnest car I ever had in my entire life so far. Nigga, with the 5.0 engine on there, it's better than the little fucking 4.6. The 4.6 is nice, but the 5.0 just hits different. If you know, you know. Man, when I had that car, I was going fucking crazy with that bitch. I was drifting corners, nigga, doing donuts in the middle of my street, nigga. I claimed my street. I'm like, man, this is my fucking street, nigga. I'm the one doing donuts on my shit, you know? I was going crazy, just clutch kick that shit, hit the corner, spin real quick, bouncing off red line and take off on a motherfucker. It's just so much fun. With a fucking piece of shit automatic car, you can't do that. You can't clutch kick it. You can't drift cars like that unless you got a Hellcat, nigga, unless you got power like that, unless you got a 392, unless you got a Mercedes 550 or even bigger. You can't really drift your automatic car like that, and it just don't feel the same. It doesn't feel as good as a manual car. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. What I think y'all should do when it comes to buying a G35 and a G37 is to try to find a good price G37, because you know it's gonna be worth the money. I have 168,000 miles on my G37 right now, and it's running perfect. I bought this car at 120,000 miles. So I put damn near 50,000 miles on this thing, and I had no major repairs. You know, really the only repairs that I've been having to do on this thing is brake pads. Did I do this? I did change the radiator out because it was leaking, but that's, you know, if you got some mechanical skills, you should be able to do that. Let's see, what else have I done on this thing? What you gonna want to do with this thing is definitely change out the bro, what the fuck is that shit called? Yeah, I don't know. I can't even really remember. I haven't really had major problems with this thing, to be honest with you. So yeah, that is gonna be the end of this video, because I'm running out of card space. I only had like 20 minutes on my card to film a video or some shit like this. But anyways, yo, that's my opinion about the G37 versus the G35. Is I feel like, yeah, for the price point, if you get a decent G35, it's worth it. You know, it's around 5,000, maybe $4,000 to $5,000. And then to get a clean, nice G37 that you could flex in, you know, you could pick up your girl in it, you could go pick up your boys and shit, you know, y'all be in the infinity together. It's a whole different vibe, you know. It's like, it's luxury and it's nice in here. Even though it's dusty in here right now because I haven't washed it in a while, it's still nice to ride in. And it's a way different feeling than riding in a motherfucking Nissan or riding a motherfucking Kia, you know. It just got its own vibe to it. So yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, man, I appreciate it. You know, subscribe, please hit the like button, you know, it always helps, and hit the notification so you can know every time I post. I haven't been posting like that, but I'm gonna try to post a little bit more often, you know, try to curate this channel to certain things, you know, revolving this G37. You know, I got some shit on the way, I just haven't been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. All right, y'all, I'm out. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.
I don't even care. I be in love, I told you I did. Through my mans at the gym, we was told we must run from a pig. Pure no human. I be alive, I told you I do. Bitch, you smell like some poop while I